heard my son name for the last probably 8 years, but it still hurts a great deal. But I have a lot of respect for people that continue to say Trayvon Martin. I have a lot of respect for them. It shows their support, and it shows that they have not forgotten about Trayvon and the other people that you don't know about their names.
You know, Clarence, I want to play something else from today's memorial, and this is a brother of George Floyd. Here he is.
It's crazy, man. All these people came to see my brother, and that's amazing to me that he touched so many people's hearts. You know, because he's been touching our hearts. Everybody wants justice. We want justice for George. He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
You know, Clarence, we have seen protests across the nation demanding justice for George Floyd. You know, protests that we've never really seen anything like, right, in recent years. I mean, have you ever experienced anything like we're seeing now for the 10th night? Live pictures of Fort Worth tonight, everyone gathering across this country.
Well, throughout my good evening, Aaron and Sabrina, first of all. But throughout my 59 years on this earth, I've never seen anything like this. But with all the loss of lives and death that's gone on in our country, it's time for us to stand up and say enough is enough. And this is a prime example of what it would be like and what it can turn into in the future if we don't make some changes and get some accountability.
You know, Sabrina, after the not guilty verdict in your son's death, you know, a moment that shocked so many in this country, then President Obama gave a powerful speech, right? Amidst that outrage over that verdict, he spoke and said that what happened to your son could have happened to any young African-American man, including himself. Here's what he said.
When Trayvon Martin was first shot, I said that this could have been my son. Another way of saying that is Trayvon Martin could have been me 35 years ago.
You know, Sabrina, it was a moment that so many turned to in the outrage over that verdict. What are you looking to hear from leaders right now, and from who?
Well, we've seen some of the leaders that have come out, such as Reverend Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Jamal Bryant, even Benjamin Crump. You know, we saw the grassroots organizers to come out as well. But what I'm hoping to see is I want people to understand that the arrest of those officers for George is the first step. And you really still have hope when there's an arrest. And that's what we needed. We needed to have an arrest. But now we need to make sure that they get all their court hearings and the process continues so that they can get a prosecution, so that they can get a conviction, so that we can know that the person who took a life, who took George Floyd's life, to make sure that that person is held accountable. All too often, there's a loss of life from Africa that result of African Americans, and nobody is held accountable. And so this is the time where we were able to see the video, because had we not saw a video, there would be a different narrative. And so the video was in place. We did not see a struggle. We did not see him resisting arrest. And so they need to answer, why did they take his life? Why did that officer take his life? And why didn't the other officers respond to what they were seeing? We just saw blatantly we saw a man being killed because of the color of his skin.
I know that both of you have now changed your lives in so many ways, with the great loss that you have endured. And also you have turned that, though, to political action. Sabrina, you're now running for council. Clarence, you have become a reserve police officer to try to improve relations between the community and police after your nephew was killed. What message do you have for the Floyd family, for this country, about what can be done between police and communities of color?
I would say to the Floyd family to keep the faith and believe that justice can be done. I would say to America the same thing. Keep the faith. I mean, if you can be a part of the process, learn to be a part of the process and become a part of the solution. Our young people need to know that they can get educations get jobs as lawyers, politicians, police officers, and be able to protect your communities along with yourselves and your families.